Start getting ready for warm-ups. We'll start with our tapping practice. So start with tapping just below the clavicle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just above that sternum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just below where the ribcage starts to turn, immediately below that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. At the place where the ribcage ends at the front side of the body before it starts moving behind, just below that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just below your eyelids, use 3 fingers, tap gently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. On both sides of your forehead, use all the 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now we'll start our practice of massaging. So keep your, we'll tap on both sides of your bhrumadhya. So keep all the 4 fingers on either side of the bhrumadhya and tap nicely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now massaging, press nicely on either side of the forehead, press it and then take it behind your head on either side of your central parting. Take it down below on either side of the spinal cord, massaging nicely till where your hand can reach. Second round, keep the hands on the forehead on either side of bhrumadhya. Pressing nicely, take the hands on either side of your central parting of the hair. Take it down below on either side of the spinal cord, massaging nicely till your fingers can reach. Now relax. We'll start cross tapping. So keep your hands crossed up. Get ready to start cross tapping. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, 12, 13, 13, 14, 14, 15, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20, 20, and relax. Allow the effect of what you have done to sink inside. As you stand there, try and see how your body is positioned. See if the weight of the body is evenly distributed on both sides, or do you feel one side of the body is taking more weight? Do you feel you're absolutely steady, or is there a slight swaying? There's always slight vibratory movements. Can you become conscious and aware of it? How is your breathing? Did you pay attention to it before I drew your attention to it? Is the abdomen expanding as you breathe in, or are you restricting the expansion of the abdomen? Just become aware. Now we're going to do the swinging motion for your lower back. So you'll take a little bit of distance between your legs. You'll keep both the hands in front. Breathing in, you'll raise the hands. Hold your breath. Bend the hands at the wrist, fingers pointing forward. Breathing out, come back to horizontal position and hold your breath. And then swing down. Continue to swing so long as you can hold your breath. When you feel you need to breathe in, then start breathing in and come up. You come back to horizontal position and swing. Then start breathing in, come up. Wrist bend, fingers pointing forwards. Breathing out, bring the hands to rest on either side. Second round, start breathing in, hands up, fingers pointing forwards, wrist bend, bend, breathing out, bend forward, horizontal position. Hold breath, swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Start breathing in and come up. Hold your breath. Breathing out, bring the hands down from the side and relax. Once again, come back to standing position. Pay attention to your own self, including your breathing. Now that we have done a forward bend, we'll do a backward bend. So keep your hands on your back. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, bend backwards wherever you can bend. Hold your breath. As you breathe in, slowly come back. Hold your breath. Breathe out and relax. Second round. Make sure your support at the back is steady and you can bend backwards. Be within your comfort zone. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, bend backwards. Hold your breath. Breathing in, come back. And relax. Now we are going to do dynamic Kati Chakrasana. So you will breathe in and bring both the hands at the shoulder level. And then keep your breathing normal but swing fast. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, and relax. Once again, allow the body to stabilize. Pay attention to your breathing. And then get ready for the second round of the practice. Breathing in, bring up. And then you can keep your breathing normal, swing faster now. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10, and relax and release. Once again, experience the warmth you have developed in your own body. Despite the external cold, you have created warmth within yourself. Become aware of it. Pay attention to your heartbeat. Pay attention to the distribution of weight on either side of the body. Then we'll do the Tibetan practice of raising the arms up. So keep your hands crossed in front. Breathe out completely. As you breathe in, raise the hands up over the head. Hold your breath. And then push your hands as far back as it can comfortably go. Hold your breath. When you want to breathe out, slowly start bringing the hands forward and then lower it to the starting point. Breathe normally 2-3 times. Then breathe out completely. As you breathe in, start raising your hands up. Hold your breath and push your hand as far back as you can comfortably take it. Hold your breath as long as you can hold it. And then very slowly breathing out, bring your hands to the starting position. Release your hands and relax. Now we'll practice one more Tibetan practice. So for this, you will create what is called a Vajra fist. So you will take your thumb inside, rotate all the 4 fingers around it, and then you will use your left hand under your left armpit and press it nicely. And you will do this as you breathe in. Your right hand will come up. It will bend at the wrist with the fingers pointing downwards, and you will keep it at the center. Keeping it in this position, pressing the left armpit nicely, you will hold your breath, rotate your hand 2 times or 3 times, depending on your capacity to hold. And then you will reverse it in anti-clockwise direction, same number, 2 or 3, and then breathing out, you will bring both the hands down. So start, get ready, breathing in, raise both the hands, left hand under the left armpit, right hand in front of the Bhumadhya, fingers downwards. Hold your breath, rotate clockwise, 1, 2, 3. Anti-clockwise, 1, 2, 3. And then breathing out, raise both the hands up and then very slowly bring it down from the side. For want of time, we'll do only 1 round. So now repeat on the right side. So the right wrist under the right armpit. So breathing in, bring the left hand in front of the Bhumadhya, right hand pressing under the right armpit. Hold your breath. Clockwise, 1, 2, 3. Anti-clockwise, 1, 2, 3. And then breathing out, bring both the hands down and then come to a sitting position and relax. Be in Kapalbhati or any other normal breathing. If possible, be in yogic breathing, whichever meditative position you want to adopt till we start the class. Get ready to chant mantra Om 7 times. Make your sankalpa. I am chanting Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies and viruses. I am creating 3 layers of protection. On my outermost layer, I have 6 friendly creatures, an elephant behind me, a peacock in front, a tiger on my right side, a lion on my left side, an eagle above my head, and a black tortoise below me. Inside of that, I have a big ring with balls of fire. I am lighting all the balls, allowing a firewall of protection to go up all around me. The third layer of protection comes from the subtle energy of the mantra Om that I am chanting. Take your awareness to Muladhara Chakra at the perineum, 4-petal lotus, red color. Rest of the visualization you're familiar. Take a deep breath in. Om. Shift your awareness to Swadhisthana Chakra.
So we could not hear your conch shell and we are not able to hear your Om.
Orange color. Increase pitch a little bit. Take a deep breath.
Sir, we could not hear your conch and we cannot hear your Om. We can hear you talk, but we are not able to hear that.
Yeah. So shift your awareness to Swadhisthana Chakra at the spinal terminus. 6-petal lotus, orange color. Increase pitch a little bit. Take a deep breath. Shift your awareness to Manipura Chakra. Behind your navel, 10-petal lotus, yellow color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Shift your awareness to Anahata Chakra behind your heart center, 12-petal lotus, green color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Shift your awareness to Vishuddhi Chakra behind your throat pit, 16-petal lotus, blue color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Shift your attention to Ajna Chakra behind your eyebrow center at the near the pineal gland. 2-petal lotus, indigo color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Finally, shift your awareness to Sahasrara Chakra, center of the top of your head, 1000-petal lotus, white color. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Shanti mantras. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनामधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ओम्। Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Make your sankalpa. I am chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra every day helps me maintain the best of health mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health at all times. I bow down before you, thanking you from the bottom of my heart for keeping me in pristine health, and I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping my body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside my body in your effulgent form. 11 times, get ready. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Triambakam Yajamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Keep your hands in Gyan Mudra. Make your sankalpa. I am chanting Gayatri mantra for wisdom, inner awareness and intuitive knowledge. Chanting the mantra every day helps me operate in the highest planes of wisdom, delve deep within me, seeking answers to questions from the universal knowledge resting within me, and get those answers and operate very successfully from an intuitive plane. 11 times, get ready. Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam
भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवस्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरि ओम. Keep your hands in Yoni Mudra. Make your sankalpa. I am chanting 32 names of Durga for overcoming distress and for peace and harmony. Chanting the 32 names helps me overcome all stressful situations, for I simply surrender before you as your son, and you are carrying me through the difficulties, cutting through them with your fierce sword, helping me emerge successful at all times. Get ready. Om Durga Durga Trishamani Durga Padmini Varini Durga Maschedini Durga Sadini Durga Nashini Durga Darini Durga Nihantri Durga Mapaha Durga Maknyanada Durga Daitya Loka Davanala Durga Ma Loka Durga Matma Swarupini Durga Marga Prada Durga Vidya Durga Ashrita Durga Maknyana Samstana Durga Madhyana Vashini Durga Moha Durga Maha Durga Martra Swarupini Durgama Surasamhantri Durgama Yudhadharini Durgamangi Durgamata Durgamya Durgameshwari Durga Bhima Durga Bhama Durgapa Durgadharini Om Durga Durga Trishamani Durga Padmini Varini Durga Maschedini Durga Sadini Durga Nashini Durga Darini Durga Nihantri Durga Mapaha Durga Maknyanada Durga Daitya Loka Davanala Durga Ma Loka Durga Matma Swarupini Durga Marga Prada Durga Vedya Durga Ashrita Durga Maknyana Samstana Durga Madhyana Bhashini Durgamoha, Durgamaha, Durgamartra Swarupini, Durgama Surasamhantri, Durgama Yudhadarini, Durgamangi, Durgamata, Durgamya, Durgameshwari, Durga Bhima, Durga Bhama, Durga Ba, Durga Dharini. Om Durga, Durga Trishamani, Durga Padmini Varini, Durga Maschedini, Durga Sadhini, Durga Nashini, Durga Dodharini, Durga Nihantri, Durga Mapaha, Durga Maknyanada, Durga Daityaluga Devanala, Durgama, Durgama Loka, Durgama Atma Swarupini, Durgamarga Prada, Durgama Vidya, Durgama Shida, Durgama Jnana Samstana, Durgama Dhyana Bhashini, Durgamoha, Durgamaha, Durgamartra Swarupini, Durgama Surasamhantri, Durgama Yudhadarini, Durgamangi, Durgamata, Durgamya, Durgameshwari, Durga Bhima, Durga Bhama, Durga Ba, Durga Dharini. Om Shanti 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 Hari. Slowly disengage your hands, keep them on your knees, and just sit quietly for some time. Experience the effect of vibrations in your body. Pay attention to your own breathing. Are you doing deep abdominal breathing or are you doing shallow breathing? Just become conscious and aware. Start slowly becoming conscious of sounds external to yourself. Start drawing your attention closer to your own body. So pay attention to your sit bones which are connected to the ground. Which other part of your legs are touching the ground? Can you gauge it correctly? How is your body coming up from the perineum? Is your back reasonably straight or are you bending forward or backward? Just pay attention from within yourself. How are you holding your neck on the shoulder girdle? Is your neck tilting forward or tilting backwards? Then start becoming aware of your breath. Trace your breath as you're breathing in from the nostril all the way to your lungs. Visualize the exchange of gases in the lungs. As you hold your breath, you do that. As you breathe out, trace the breath from the lungs all the way out from the nostrils at the nose tip. Hold your breath outside. As you hold your breath outside, pay attention to your thoughts. Was your thought focused on the breath or was it somewhere else? Just become aware and conscious of it. Don't do anything about it. Continue focusing attention on the in-breath, holding, out-breath, holding, and watch your mind as you're doing this. Don't forcefully stop your thoughts. Let them come, let them go. You just be an observer. Now take your awareness deep within yourself, and today we are going to focus only on your heart. Pay attention to your heart. As you pay attention to your heart, can you feel the heart beating, pumping blood into each and every cell in the organ? Once you start becoming conscious and aware of your heartbeat, can you continue to hold that attention? Watch yourself and see, is it possible? And if it is not possible, try and see what changes you can make. Make your breath soft and subtle. Keep your body immobile and see if you can connect with your heartbeat. And now you see if you can hear the sound of the heartbeat, sound of the blood flowing inside your arteries and veins. Can you hear it? Now give up all this awareness. Once again externalize your focus by paying attention to your breath at the nose tips. Start becoming conscious and aware of sounds external to you. Gently turn your head from right to left. Gently nod your head up and down. Then rub your hands nicely. Keep them on your eyes. And very slowly release. Get ready for the practices. We're going to, as we discussed last time, we're going to start with the lower limbs. But then we're going to integrate the movements of the lower limbs with some part of the upper limbs as we do this practice. So I'll first explain the various movements and then I'll keep guiding you so that you can practice and I can watch. So the first is our typical arch and flatten, which is you're going to lie on your back and then on the inhale you're going to arch your lower belt line, that is below the spinal cord, below the belt and just above the perineum. That portion will arch. And as you breathe out, that portion will flatten. Now once you have done this 3 times, you're going to integrate the movement of your head. So as you are arching, you're going to tuck the chin. And remember, you're not going to lift your head up from the ground. So let me show it from this angle. So as you arch, the head is on the ground, only the chin comes forward. As you flatten, you will roll the head backward, the tailbone will come up from the ground. So you will practice this 3 rounds. After that we will integrate the rotation. So you will keep the hands in front of you at the shoulder level. As you are arching and pressing the tailbone down, both your hands will roll forward and your chin will come down. As you breathe out and flatten, you will roll the hand backward and the tailbone will come up from the ground. So you're giving a complete extension to the entire spine. Once you get that correctly, you're going to integrate the flexion and extension of your knees. So as you arch, your tailbone is pressing. You're going to lift both the legs up, roll both the hands forward, and chin tucked in. As you breathe out, you're going to extend the leg straight up, the hands rolls backward. Once again, arch, the legs come down, hands roll forward. As you breathe out, extend the legs straight up, head backward. So after we finish those movements, then I will take you to the next one. So get ready, lie on your back. I'll keep giving you instructions and then try and do each of these moves with at least one chanting Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Parama Hamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. So when you start breathing in for one breath, you should do this. As you breathe out for one breath, you should do this. So get ready. Start only arch and flatten to start with. On the inhale, arch your lower belt line, tailbone presses on the ground, and you complete the chanting. As you breathe out, flatten the lower belt line nicely, let the tailbone come up for one chanting. Second round, Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Start breathing out. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Last round. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Release and wait for some time. Now you're going to integrate the movement of the head. So remember, as you arch your lower belt line and press the tailbone to the ground, you're going to bring the chin tucking towards the chin, but your head will remain on the ground. As you breathe out and flatten your lower belt line, tailbone will come up, your head will roll backward, continuing to keep the head on the mat. Don't lift your head. Get ready. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Second round. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Last round. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Now when you're going to integrate the rotation of your hands, so spread both your hands along your shoulder. Remember, as you arch, breathing in, lower belt line presses, both the hands will roll forward and the palms will go facing the ground. As you release your breath, you will flatten the lower belt line, tailbone will press up away from the ground, you will be rolling the hands backward with the palms going on the other side. So get ready. Both the palms are facing the sky, you are in neutral position. Start breathing in. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. 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 Last round. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Wait for some time. And now you're going to include holding the breath. So listen to the instructions. As you breathe in, you're going to press the tailbone on the ground, lower belt is arching, hands are moving forward. You will hold your breath, lift your legs up with the lower leg parallel to the ground, the upper leg, that is the thigh up to the knee, is perpendicular to the ground. Okay, so you create the same chair formation with that. And then you will breathe out, rolling the hands backward, flattening the lower belt line, hold your breath, extend the legs straight up, and then you will breathe out and bring the legs down, and then initiate the movement all over again. So start getting ready. Keep both the hands by the side of the body, along the shoulder line. Now get ready, breathing in, roll the hands forward, arch the lower belt line, press the tailbone, hold your breath, lift the leg up. As you breathe out, roll the hands backward, flatten the lower belt line, tailbone comes up, and raise your legs up and hold your breath. And then as you breathe in, release. Bring the legs completely down to keeping the feet on the ground and wait. Second round on your own start. Breathing in, hands rolling forward, lower belt line arches, tailbone presses, hold your breath, lift your leg up. As you breathe out, let the lower belt line flatten, tailbone comes up, hands rolls forward, lift your leg up and hold your breath. As you breathe in, bring your legs down to rest on the ground. Now the last round, without instructions, on your own, just start. And when you complete, stretch your legs out and relax.
You have to integrate this with the head movement also.
Pardon?
You have to integrate that with the head movement also.
So you're integrating the flexion of the knee with the rotation of the hand with the neck movement. So all of them are getting integrated into the whole thing. Yeah. Relax a little bit. Now we'll conclude the arch and flatten with what we call opening the flower and closing the flower. So what you're going to do? Yeah, Jayashankar? You're muted. Okay. All right. So now you're in this position. You're keeping the hands under your head, and as you inhale, you will arch the lower belt line, tailbone will press, you will keep both the feet together, take both the knees towards the ground, hands are flat on the ground. And then as you flatten, you will bring both the knees together, spread the feet out, take the head up, bring the elbows closer. This is closing the flower. And this is opening the flower. And in this, you are going to incorporate your neck movement. So the way it will be is, you are in this position. You can start like this. This is opening the flower. It is easier in this position. You arch your lower belt line and your head is arched backwards. From here, you will start breathing out, flattening, bringing the head, knees together, spread the feet out, bring the elbows up, hold your breath. And then as you breathe in, flatten the lower belt line, bring the feet together,
the head arches backwards. When you're coming, your head is coming closer, toward the chin is coming closer to the chest, elbows are up, knees are together, feet apart. So 3 rounds, get ready, start. First, keep both the hands on the floor. The knees are away from each other towards the floor wherever it can reach. Feet are together, your lower belt line is arched. In this position, breathe out completely. Breathe in completely. And as you breathe out, slowly start bringing your knees together, bring your elbows up, bring your chin up, head up, bring the knees together, widen the feet. As you start breathing in, roll backwards, bring the feet together, widen the knees out, arch your lower belt line, and let the head roll backwards. Give a nice twitch to the head. Uncle, head backwards. Yeah. Second round, continue on your own. Keep chanting. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Continue to chant as you practice. After 3 rounds, stretch your legs out and relax. After 3 rounds, stretch your legs and relax. I will know you have completed. Now you're going to work on the lower back. So watch the movement. First, you're going to bring your right leg on top of your left leg. Now this left foot is on the ground, the left foot is hanging. In this position, you can keep your hands wherever you feel like. You will arch your lower belt line, tailbone will press, automatically the knee will slightly move forward. Become aware of that and bring your chin closer to the chest. As you flatten, wherever the knees will come, let it come. Whatever little movement will happen on the knees, let it happen. Again, arch your belt line, tailbone presses, and the chin comes forward. As you breathe in, as you breathe out, you will flatten and take the head backwards. The head is going backwards when you are arching the belt line. So let me correct myself. So as you arch your lower belt line, take the head backwards. As you flatten, bring the chin forward. Arch, head backwards, flatten, head forward. The feet is on the floor. Experience the movement at the lower pelvic area. So 3 times, and then we will initiate the second move. Keep chanting. Keep chanting. Initiate each move with 1 breath and 1 chanting. Once you have completed, we are going to vary that movement and we are going to incorporate a load into that movement. So when you're ready, you can watch first and then we'll practice. Once again, you're going to cross the right leg over the left. Bring both the legs closer to the chest. Try and catch somewhere below the bottom knee.
And then as you start arching, you will find that this knee is going forward on its own. Let the head go backwards. As you flatten, the knee will start coming towards the chest. Just guide the knees, keeping the same load with your hands. As you arch, allow the knee to go forward, head backwards. As you flatten, guide the knee towards you, chest closer, chin closer to the chest. And then get ready. So 3 rounds. Come into position. And once you brought the knees closer to the chest, hold from below the bottom, correct. Slowly start arching, allowing the knee to go forward on its own. And as you flatten, allow the knee to be guided toward the chest, chin closer. As you arch, chin backward. As you flatten, chin closer to the chest. Be aware of this movement. It should happen naturally. 3 rounds and relax. And once you've completed the 3 rounds, you will change your leg position and repeat both the movements with the left leg crossed over the right. Left leg crossed over the right. First, with the right foot is on the ground, you'll only initiate arch and flatten. After 3 rounds of arch and flatten, then you will bring both the knees closer to the chest, grab the lower leg with both the hands, create a load, and then arch and flatten. Incorporate the head movement in both. Very good. And once you've completed all the practices, stretch your legs out. So I know you've completed. Don't raise the head up. When everybody completes, then we will go to the next movement. Yeah, see, it's like this. When you're keeping the head down, no, the backward movement it's sliding on the mat only. Okay. Now get ready for the next practice. We will be doing 2 movements towards the floor. So the first one, you're going to take the right leg over the left, and then you can incorporate the movement with the hands. So in this position, you're going to take both the knees to your right side, allowing your hands to roll forward and take it only as far as it can comfortably go. And then as you are bringing your knees back, let your hands roll backward. Now there is no initiation of neck movement in this, just keep the neck in the normal position. So once again, as you are taking both the legs towards the ground, roll both the hands forward. You can turn the head to the opposite side to give an increased flexibility. Then you will slowly come back and will initiate the move onto the, you can actually do this. Let's vary a little bit. Now, you're keeping the palms facing the sky and you're taking both the knees towards the right, you are rolling the hands forward, head is going to the left side. Then you're bringing the knees back, you're taking the knees to the left side, roll the hands backwards, turn the head to the right side. Once again, bring both the knees back to the center, palms facing the sky. As you're taking the knees to the right side, roll the hand forward, turn the head to the left. As you come back, palms facing the sky, continue to roll to the left side, turn the head to the right side, hands rolling backward. So 3 rounds, 1 breath, 1 mantra for 1 movement. Start. Legs to the right side, hands rolling forward, face to the left. Breathing in, you can do this on the breathing out. On the breathing in, come back to the center, palms facing the sky. On the exhale, both the knees to the left side, hands rolling backwards, face turning to the right. Once again on the inhale, come back to the center. On the exhale, go back to the right side, hands rolling forward. 1 mantra. Face to the left. For 1 mantra, you will come back. Hands with the palms facing the sky. For 1 mantra, you will, breathing out, take both the knees to the left side, hands rolling backwards, head to the right side. Come back to the center and wait. And the last round, you're going to hold your breath. So follow my instructions as you start the chanting. Get ready first, take a deep breath in. Start Amsa Hamsaya Vidmahe to the right side, hands rolling forward, head to the left side. 1 breath complete. Hold the position there for 1 breath. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Start breathing in and come back for 1 mantra. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Hold. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Out. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Hold. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. In. Hamsa Hamsaya Vidmahe Paramahamsaya Dhimahi Tanno Hansa Prajodayad. Unwind the legs and stretch. And see what difference you can make between the right side and the left side of your lower back and the upper back. There's a whole lot of integration that you're doing in that movement. Now when you do it on the left side, now this time the left leg will cross over on top of the right leg and you will initiate the move with the hands rolling forward, legs going to the left. You will continue to hold the breath and practice. And as you are doing it, you will have to start paying attention to different parts of your body to see how your body works in a total integrated way. So get ready with your own chanting. Start taking to the left side. As you are doing that, see the contraction at the lower pelvis. See that contraction coming up almost up to the shoulder girdle and see what happens in your neck region. As you breathe in and come back to the center, see what kind of release of the contraction of the muscles are happening at the neck, at the shoulder girdle. at the upper back, at the lower back. As you breathe out and take it to the other side, what kind of contractions are happening now in the gluteal area, in the lower back, upper back, shoulder girdle, neck, where all you can feel sensation of contraction. As you come back to neutral, where all can you feel sensation of relaxation? Pay full attention to your own self, your own soma. Initiate the second round, continuing to hold the breath at each position with full attention to various contractions simultaneously happening. One movement, multiple muscles involved. Continue to roll to the other side. Hold your breath, come back, and then last round. Once you have completed the last round, and then release and relax, stretch your legs out. And then you will be coming into turning on your stomach, but before that you will first watch the movement and then we will work towards that. So you'll be coming on your stomach, your right hand will come in front, your left chin will be on the right palm, and you will come a little to the right side. You will be folding the right leg a little bit. So you are in a C curve on your spine. So once again, you are in this position, your palm is in front, head is turned to your right side looking at your right elbow, move your upper torso towards the right side, fold your right leg. Now your upper part of the body is slightly lifted from the ground, you are in a C curve. Now in this position, you are going to angle your elbow up and very slowly come back. After you have done this for 3 rounds, you are going to lift your palm, elbow, head up and the opposite leg up. After you have done this for 2 rounds, you are going to stretch the leg further and then lift it up and see what difference it makes at the lower back in terms of the contraction when you move your leg away. So one is keeping the leg straight, you are lifting, one is moving the leg away and lifting, and you will come back. Okay? And then you will do it on the other side. So slowly, one by one, I'll give you instructions. And we'll see how many of these movements we can get before we have to close. So we'll go by the time. So lie on your stomach, bring the right hand in front of your face, turn your head to the right side, look at your right elbow, you're resting your left chin on your right back of the palm. Now move your body a little to the right side, the upper torso to the right side. And bend the right leg up a little bit. Sunita, face also a little forward. Correct. Now in this position, the elbow is slightly pointing towards, in that direction. Now slowly start raising your elbow up. Now the leg is not lifting, only the elbow up. Feel how your shoulder blade is moving. Pay full attention to your shoulder blade. Your upper trapezius is the one you're working on just now. See how the upper trapezius is moving. In what direction is your shoulder blade moving? It is moving towards your center of the neck. And the upper trapezius is being contracted when you raise your elbow. As you release your elbow, you are releasing the upper trapezius completely. Last round on your own with one mantra for taking it up, one mantra for bringing it down.
Only moving our hand.
Yeah. First round only moving the hand, correct. Head that side, head that side. Head towards the elbow. Head, there. Look at the elbow. And then this leg is straight. Higher. This leg is straight, that leg will bend. When this hand is in front, the face will look at the elbow. Eyes at the elbow. Eyes at the elbow. Okay, now listen. 1 second, please. Higher. Then, wherever the elbow is, that leg will bend. And the other leg is straight. Okay. And then up. Yeah. If you have completed the 3 rounds, you will incorporate your leg movement and lift the palm, elbow and the head up. Now you are not only working on the trapezius, you are working on all the muscles along the spine, the opposite glute, and the hip muscles. Pay attention to all of them contracting when you are raising your leg and the head and the elbow up. As you are returning, you are relaxing all of them. Feel that relaxation of the muscles as you are slowly coming back. Second round, slowly come back. Very good. Last round. Hand also should come up along with the chin. Imagine that the palm and the chin are stuck to each other. Yeah, correct. You're right. Correct. Slowly release and relax. Now you're going to move your left leg away, further away from the center line, and keeping it in that direction you're going to lift. Higher. This left leg move away. No. That same position, this leg will move away. Yeah. Keep it straight. Don't bend at the knee. Little down. And now lift this leg up facing that side. क्या हुआ स्मिता? हो गया? Yeah. Don't bend your legs at the knees. Don't. Right is bent like this. See, yeah. Don't bend your legs at the knees. You don't have to lift too high. You can reduce the height to which you lift the leg up, but keep the leg straight. That is more important. Be aware of that. And see how the contraction changes when the direction of the leg changes. Feel the changing movement in the back. And then slowly release. And now in this movement, I want you to experience something very different. And that is what we call a micro movement. So when you're lifting the elbow up, it will come up only 1 centimeter from the ground. The leg will also come only 1 centimeter from the ground. And see how this micro movement makes a difference in your consciousness at the lower back. So only lift 1 centimeter, not more than that. That's enough. And very slowly release. And now change sides. So you'll first bring the left hand in front, face will turn towards the left elbow, move your body a little down. You're bending the leg too much, so reduce the bending of the leg a little less. Sunita, leg a little back. Leg is bending too much. Go down a little bit. Leg. Or. Bas. Correct. Start. Get ready and start. Only the elbow. Upper trapezius. Pay full attention at the upper trapezius. How is the shoulder blade rolling when you're doing that? Higher, only elbow. Higher, only elbow. Only elbow from the ground. Only elbow from the ground. And facing left. Yeah. Facing your left side. You're facing the left side now. Higher. You're facing the right is over now. Left side. Left side. Left side. Correct. Yes. Yeah. Only elbow. Correct. Slow. Very slow movement. Correct. Slow, 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 slow. Very slowly return. Don't be in a hurry to return. Then the effect is gone. If you rush the movement, there is no benefit. It is the slow movement that works on your upper cortex, and that is where our focus is. You are resetting the levels of the muscles relaxation by working on your upper cortex with the slow movement. And that's when you will experience good lower back relaxation. You will find relief from lower back pain because you are resetting your muscles to lower resting tone. Once you have done 3 rounds, you will incorporate the leg movement, keeping the leg straight, lifting the leg up along with the chin, palm, elbow, face, everything. Very slowly release. Wonderful. Very good. Superb. Slow release. On the last round, challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to see whether you can take 2 mantras before you can come down. If it doesn't happen, it's okay, but just challenge yourself and see how much it takes. Does it take 1.5? Does it take full 2 mantras? Can you manage 2 mantras? Test yourself. Lovely. Beautiful. And now when you're doing it with the legs stretched out, try and come down for 2 mantras. Now that you have done it and you can manage it, try and keep the 2 mantras count for coming down. 1 mantra can be there for going up. But come down for at least 2 mantras. Take your time. Very nice. Very nice. Slow coming. Lovely.
Yeah.
You're coming down slowly, but suddenly you're...
Ah.
Slow coming back, slow coming back, slow coming back. 2 mantras. Lovely. Last round. Then relax. And now the last of the movements on this position. So you're going to bring both the hands in front. You're going to rest your forehead on the back. And first you will start with the right leg. So extend the right leg a little bit away from the midline. And then bring your head up. Bring your right leg up. And then very slowly come back. Now in this, after 2 rounds, see if you can turn the hands the other way with the palms facing the sky, chin resting on that. And in that position, can you bring your hand also up along with the movement? And slowly come back. So 2 rounds with the palm facing the ground. Hands are on the floor, head and leg comes up. 2 rounds with the palms facing the sky, chin resting on the cup, hand as well as head and leg comes up. and slowly come back. Start. Spread the leg out a little bit from the midline. Don't keep the leg straight at the midline. Spread it out a little bit. Correct. First on this no. After that, turn the hand, then it will come. Second round. Very good. Lovely. And once you have completed 2 rounds, turn your hands with the palms facing the sky. Your chin is resting on the cup of your palm. And then bring your hand along with your chin up as you bring your head up and the right leg up. And see what difference this made to the contraction on your lower back. And slowly come back. Second round. Slowly come back. Now you'll work with the other leg. So once again, palms facing the floor, forehead on the back of the palm. Extend the left leg away from the body, head up. Now left leg. This way. Left leg away from the body. Left leg away from the body. Straight, straight. Yeah. Head up, leg up. Head up, leg up. Leg up. Head up, leg up. Head up, leg up. Correct. That's right. Very slowly release. Second round. Very slowly release. And now turn the palms facing the sky. Rest your chin on the cup. 2 rounds in that position. Last round. And then slowly turn onto your back, and we need to ensure that your back is not overextended, so we'll close the practice with the close lateral bending. So you'll keep your right hand under your head. You will breathe in and arch your lower belt line. As you breathe out, you'll pick your head up, pick your knees up, and let your lower pelvis lift from the ground. And then slowly come back 3 times on one side, 3 times on the other side. And then you will stretch your legs out and relax. Slowly release. Maintain the slow release. After 3 rounds, change hands. Maintain the slow release. Make sure that the right side lower pelvic area, hemipelvis, comes up, rotates. It is the rotation that is important. And slowly release. Now change sides. Very good. Last round. Then lie on your back for a little while. Allow the body to experience everything that you have done. How does the back feel now? How is the shoulder along the floor? Is it sinking more than what you are used to? Can you feel more of your spinal cord touching, aligned along the ground? Do you feel the back is loosened up? Do you still experience any tightness on your lower back? Just when you sit up, you can actually massage on either side of your spinal cord to see whether they are relaxed completely. Then turn to one side. Slowly sit up with the help of your hand. Try and massage both sides of your spinal cord to see if you experience that the muscles have relaxed or you still feel tightness there. Whatever you experience, but just test for yourself. Get ready to chant mantra Om 3 times. Once again, make your sankalpa. I am chanting Om, creating protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, antibodies and viruses. Take a deep breath in. Shanti mantras. Asatoma sadgamaya tamasoma jyotir gamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya sarvesham swastir bhavatu sarvesham shantir bhavatu sarvesham purnam bhavatu sarvesham mangalam bhavatu Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Trayambakam yajamage sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva bandhanan mrityor mukshiyamamritat. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Rub your hands nicely when they are really warm. Then keep them on your eyes. Feel the warmth flowing in from the palm into the eyes. Gently open your eyes. Be observant of colors you see when you open. Then slowly release your hands. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll have a class on Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, all same time. Okay? I'll be putting up in the notice as well. And I was not very sure whether I'll be able to do the class today because I've been awake the whole night. I finished my session at 6 o'clock and I did this session. So I'll now go home and sleep. So it went off very well. Now my sleep is completely gone. So see you all on Thursday. Bye.